So, you're a Prius driver. You think you're doing something good, don't you? I don't know the exact figures, but a gross estimate, and it's probably a gross underestimate, is that the day you drove your Prius, the first mile you drove it, polluted more, your car had polluted more than my 1987 Subaru Justy with 230,000 miles on it has created so far, and probably will in its entire lifetime even if I were to keep it running for 150 more years. Why? Is because that car was built and assembled in Japan and shipped over on truck once. The parts for your Prius come from all over the world. They have to be shipped there multiple times. They have to be refined. There's more materials in it. There's more labor, there's more waste, because we have to have more profit, and in order to have more profit, we have to have more waste. So there's more waste. All the resources that were put into making that thing vastly outweigh all the resources put into making the 87 Subaru Justy. And there's the fact that I bought it used. It didn't have to get made again. It was made in 87. It didn't have to get made again. So, just there, I've polluted a hell of a lot less than you. If you Prius drivers want to do something good for the environment, don't go to a fucking Toyota dealer and buy a new Prius. Go to a used car lot. Go to Craigslist. Go to the Auto Trader. Go anywhere online. Go to your neighbor. Buy a used car. It'll do a hell of a lot, much better than your Prius ever would. Because if you're buying a Prius, you're creating the demand for new Prius. For another car to replace ones that are already there. They have to be made. They have to be shipped. All the parts have to be shipped. Labor cost is much, much higher than it used to be. Resources are much more limited. You're not doing the world any good by buying a goddamn brand new Prius, okay? So shove your fucking entitled attitude up your fucking ass. Now, pull your shit together. Pull your head out of the fucking clouds. Come back down to us. Come back down to reality. Come on down. There you go. Okay, calm down. Calm down. And just think. Just think. I buy a used car. I don't create demand for a new vehicle. I buy a new vehicle. I create demand for a new vehicle. Someone has to make a new vehicle to replace that inventory that I purchased. If I buy something used, no one has to go out and make another car. I've just saved how many resources, how much energy? The energy that goes into building a Prius is far more than it will ever use in its lifetime. Especially with this short lifetime that these cars have these days. So, that having been said, I think I'm going to advertise my Subaru Justy for sale for $25,000. And I think I'll get it. Because of how I'm going to advertise it. So, don't think about, don't assume, don't take for granted that buying a new Prius is going to save the planet, because it's doing the exact opposite. And the key here is taking for granted, because it's and that's why I hesitated, because taking for granted is the opposite of thinking. So, yeah. So all you Prius drivers out there, you haven't done the world a bit of good. You've done it a disservice. You're just as bad as Hummer drivers. Oh. So, guess what? Prius drivers? Oh wait, I'm sorry. No, that's peace. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get it in the right order for you. Wait. Now I don't know if that's backwards or forwards for you. It would be, let's see, you're looking at me. Oh, so it would be this way. Okay. So, Prius drivers? That's for you, Prius drivers. This one's just for Hummer drivers. This is for Prius drivers. Fuck you, too. All in good fun, okay? You made a mistake? No big deal. Just don't fucking have an ego about it. You know, we're just taking you down a notch or two in your ego. That's all we're doing. You haven't saved the world by buying a Prius, you've made it worse. Go buy an 87 Subaru Justy if you want to actually save the world. Join those of us who are actually entitled, because we're actually doing something to save the world.